Hey, if you're new to Mums at the Table or you're just joining us, be sure to share, like and subscribe and keep it locked right here. I'm sitting down chatting with Colette about postnatal depression, something that affects 1 in 7 women here in Australia.
Yes.
What is postnatal depression?
It's more than just the baby blues. I've got 3 children and I know that after you have children, it's very normal between 3 and 10 days to have kind of periods of crying just because of the change in your hormones. I mean, gosh, what those hormones do to you. But
You're a wreck, I'll tell you that
You
much.
pretty much are.
I don't think it ever gets better though.
No, it does. But postnatal depression is different and it can be different for different women. Mm-hmm. So you can have anything from lingering sadness and tearfulness to really crippling depression.
Yes.
And so really your symptoms are things like crying a lot, feeling really down. You often feel crippling guilt in your parenting. Some women feel as though they might hurt their babies.
Wow.
So there's a lot going on. And it's because of these changes emotionally and physically and hormonally. There's all this stuff going on in your body that changes.
As someone who would be suffering from postnatal, is it the close people that are around them that would notice that these symptoms are taking place? Or are you as a mother looking at yourself thinking something's not right? What is the situation?
Look, I think it's a bit of both. So I'm actually going to share my own personal story. And I'm doing this in the spirit of busting the stereotypes. There's a stereotype that, doctors, GPs, psychologists shouldn't have mental illness or don't get a mental illness. And I had postnatal depression. I was really ill. I ended up in ICU for a week with my first baby. And my specialist said to me, "You're at risk for postnatal depression." And I thought, I'll be fine. It took me, because of the stereotype, it took me 6 months to actually go and seek help. I'm so glad I did.
Were you sitting in denial?
Yep, I was sitting in denial because I just thought, I'm sure maybe this is normal. I'm sure I'll learn to cope. Eventually I went and sat with my GP and just listed out all the symptoms, which I then recognised in hindsight.
Yes.
But it's really looking at being open and being honest and going, you know what, it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
And then accept help. Sometimes you may need medication.
Yes.
The best thing, if your GP suggests that, it actually helps lift the fog, and you can actually put into place some of the strategies that your counsellor might give you. And then know that for subsequent pregnancies, you are
susceptible to getting
you are
postnatal?
at risk of developing it the next ones, and I was.
Yeah. And it's
actually,
okay.
Absolutely.
That's
and
what
you know
I'm
what?
hearing from
I
you.
ended up being better the next times because I was prepared for it.
And you would have recognised those symptoms.
Yep, and then I could get help earlier. You're also then at risk of developing antenatal depression. Sometimes we only see that in hindsight, and I realised I likely had that. So really, mums out there, just be okay with reaching out. You're not a bad mum.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with you, and as soon as you can get help, you really end up just being the best mum you can be for your baby.
Colette, that's great. I think we all need help. Everyone needs help. But if you recognise or you know in a loved one that you're seeing something might not be right, get help. Get professional help. At the end of the day, you matter.